Have you ever wondered how many great indie games we could fit in a single day? The answer is yes, we can fit every single hour with a great indie game, and this won't be an exception. I'm here together with Sarah. Hello, Sarah. How's it
Oh,
going?
oh my god, I got big. Oh, sorry. Hi, I'm doing really good. Thank you.
Awesome. Sarah is here to join us in showing a great game, which is the Lonesome Village. I'm actually. Can we pass show to the game? There's this awesome intro going. What can you tell us about Lonesome Village? The already the start, the main menu is awesome. We have this tiny. I imagine it's a fox, right?
You're close. It's a coyote, but it's fine.
Ah.
Everybody thinks it's a fox. Wes, his name is Wes, and originally he was supposed to be a fox, so everyone stuck with that. But no, he's like a little coyote I have with me.
Oh, look
Yes.
at that.
And yeah, the game is basically a mix between puzzle solving mechanics and life simulation, and it's pretty much an adventure. So yeah, it's a wholesome game, a cozy game, and yeah, it just
Oh,
came out last week actually on November 1st.
Oh, so this is a very fresh release. Here is the intro again. So it started as a fox and then turned into a coyote. Why was this decision? Why the change? You got tired of foxes?
My boss really liked the idea of having a fox as a protagonist. But one day, it's a really funny story. One day he was watching The Simpsons, and there was an episode where I don't know why Homer starts to see a space coyote in the sky, and he just saw it and was like, "I want that. I want a space coyote instead of the fox." And yeah, the name of the main character is called Wes for Wes Anderson. This is the creator of Fantastic Mr. Fox, so you can see why I started to be a fox in the first place. So yeah, that's a little fun fact.
This is something so indie game dev. Like you're sitting at your desk and your boss comes. You know what would be cool? We change the main character to be a coyote. Gonna be
Yeah,
amazing. And it was like that, right?
yeah. It's cool because a fox is a very popular animal right now, and there are a lot of like games which have fox. And a coyote is normally like an animal that people tend to look upon like they're like mischievous and a little bit like evil or something. Like they're not like creatures that you see and you're like, oh, so cute. They normally are portrayed as something bad. So it's nice to have a coyote that is actually like nice and sweet and has like his own story. So the change was nice. And yeah, but everybody says like he's a fox, and I'm like, yeah, you can call him a fox. It's fine.
He was a fox in a previous life.
Yeah, so it's fine.
So we are here with the intro that introduces us to the world and to the backstory of what was happening and what is currently happening in the Lonesome Village. Can you sum it up a bit in case I go too fast for the viewers?
Sure. So even though this game is like really cute and wholesome, basically the main story, to not give spoilers away, it's talking about that there's a cult in this village that you're going to visit, and it's
Usual.
talking about, yeah, a cult. So it's talking about that long ago there was a cult and they wanted to like to summon something really important, and yeah, that's pretty much something that happened in the village. You're an outsider that you're going to the village right now and to know it like for the first time.
Who hasn't been to a village where there was a cult?
Yeah. So yeah.
There's the cool little mumbling language that is used nowadays to make the localization easier, right?
Yeah. Basically, it was one of the last stuff we put in the game. The little meow, 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 meow. It's like a little hint to Banjo Kazooie. Like if you remember the game when they talk, they had like a little noise they made.
Yeah.
We didn't want to have voice acting because actually dialogues were uh, put into the game in the last year of development. So yeah, we decided to put the little like mumbles.
Yeah, and voice acting it takes such a long effort that it needs to be done when everything is already settled. If you're changing stuff and asking voice actors to re-record everything every cycle, every 2 weeks or something, it's probably not as worth as using that time and that budget to improve the game more. Which I think fits good with this the mumbling voice dialogue.
Yeah, it was like a cute choice and a simple one. Like I said, the game was supposed to not have dialogues at all. The characters were supposed to communicate with little bubbles of drawings up their head, and they still have it though. But when I entered and after we did like Q&A and everything, people were like, we don't understand what they're saying, so they need dialogues. And I actually am the one who work in the dialogues.
Oh, okay. So if any dialogue is bugged out, I know who to blame.
Sorry?
If there's any problem with dialogues, I can complain directly to the source.
Yeah, you can. You can. I hope that this version that you're playing, the demo, has no spelling mistakes because they are already fixed in the final version. However, the version you're playing right now, I'm not sure is the last one. I think it is. I have not seen a spelling mistake, but I wanted to like save my name. Like, if you see a misspell, it's fixed.
If I was in charge of dialogues, I'd say that even after the game was released, yeah, there's an update with. If there's a mistake, it's fixed. Don't worry, there's an update already.
Don't worry about it. There's a patch coming the way. Like, you don't have to worry about it.
Exactly. So here I'm in the main square of the village, which pays very good homage to the name Lonesome. There's no villages here whatsoever. I have this mirror tablet that has my little guiding like fairy. I'd call it a fairy. I don't know if that one is a fox.
It's the coyote and a fairy, but you're right. You got one right, so that's fine.
Okay, I'd eventually get a fox in there.
There's a fox in the game, so you'll get to see the fox. It looks more than a fox, I'm sure.
There's balloons here. This helium is super resistant, or they haven't been gone for long. Everything is closed. There's a chest over here, which I'll get 10 coins that I can't spend anywhere. I'll save my game in this little fountain. And let's go to the main part of the village, which is this very big tower, which has this awesome little cutscene.
Yeah, all the cutscenes are made frame by frame by us. We didn't get a studio to do it. We did it in the house. After the Kickstarter campaign that we reached our goal, we started to raise more goals, and one of them were to make animated cutscenes, and we reached the goal. So yeah, everything you're going to see is all frame by frame, digital animation, and it was made by very little people, but I think it's one of the best parts of the game.
People kept throwing money at us so we could keep improving the product, which is amazing. But it looks very fluid. That's why you mentioned a lot that it's frame by frame animation, because you can notice it seems like the ones you see on TV. They are very detailed and very fluid. They give a really nice ambience to the game.
It does, yeah. I'm really happy that you liked it.
Is Coronia named after a very recent new disease that spread a pandemic?
No, not at all. That's a really bad coincidence. We had a lot of people like telling us that like, no, that's her name. Like, no, we cannot change her name because Coronia is a character that has appeared in all the games of Ogre Pixel, our company. In all the games we have made, that before this was mobile games, there was a fairy called Coronia, and we decided to put like as a hint to our company to have a character called Coronia in every game. So she's inspired, but her name goes from 2014. Like, no, and Coronia is like close to Corona, yeah, to a crown. but it's like complete coincidence. Like I had a lot of people telling me like, no, why is that her name? Like it's an accident. I'm sorry. We're not going to change it. She came first, not the disease. Okay, we're not going to change it.
If you want to change the name of the disease, because our colonia was here first.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, a lot of people ask that.
We need to contact the Center for Disease Control about the naming of the disease, because this is not acceptable.
Yeah.
How many cutscenes? I at least in this first part of the game, it seems that every bit of change in scenery leads to a very cute small cutscene. Is this constant throughout the whole game, or is just the first part that is very focused on that, since we are developing the world and the history?
It's more focused on the first part. Like I think you are gone through the most now. Yeah, it goes. Yeah, you pretty much have seen like a lot of them because it's the beginning of the game. They start to appear later in more like important lore parts. For now, it's just because it's the introduction. So I think you just saw like the last cutscene, like animated cutscene. I think, if I recall correctly.
So this, I just entered. I don't know, the Shadow Realm. Maybe there's a specific name for it. And now, can you tell us about this main mechanic, which is this eyeglass?
Sure. So we have the magnifying glass that Coronia gave us, and you can see secrets with it, both inside and outside of the tower. You can use it, and it can reveal like secret messages, or it can help you solve puzzles. So it is inspired a little bit by the Eye of Truth of Zelda. And yeah, it's supposed to be a magnifying glass, and he's supposed to be like our sword. Like this is not a combat game, you're not going to fight, but you are going to be using the... Yeah, this is... Did you see that this is an old version? There was a little misspell there. It's already fixed. Don't worry about it. It's a time.
I skimmed through it very fast so nobody shames you. But it's fixed.
Yeah,
I
noticed. Because I know that misspell, like I know it, like I know it was coming. So yeah, don't worry about it. It's already fixed both in the consoles and everything. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I was waiting for it. I was going to see like if there's a spelling mistake, it's that one, because that's the one that everybody reported it. That is just that I switched 2 letters. But yeah, pretty much
happens a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now we discover we kind of get a glimpse of what's happened to all the villagers. There's this big statue over here that after we insert the specific item breaks and releases one of the villagers. This turns more into the eerie side of things, where actually instead of everybody having a party and move to the next village, everybody might be imprisoned here. Is this the theme for the game? Not to spoil the story, but will it be our objective to rescue villagers in this tower?
That's the main point of the game. Actually, originally the game was going to be only inside of the tower, where your only goal was going to explore the tower. However, we later changed it to have like a more of an open world, where you can actually go out and interact with them. So yeah, at the first steps of the game, like in chapter 1 that we are playing, it can feel a little bit linear, because they are like, it's a tutorial, so they are telling you, like right now Earl is going to tell you why you need to help the villagers, how you're going to progress through the tower and everything. So yeah, at first you're going to go through the tower and solve puzzles to rescue the villagers, and then when they start to get out, you will be able to like have side quests, just more stuff in the village, and start your life simulator, like life there.
This is like...
I said life like 3 times.
Yeah, but there's the classic trope that is in animes, which is the power of friendship. But this is literally the power of friendship, right? You need to collect hearts from your friends to unlock the levels of the tower.
Literally, yeah, the power of friendship is the answer to this, actually. I think there's like a phrase in the game that says the power of friendship.
So our little coyote over here needs to save more friends so that they can be more friends even, and give them their their hearts, and then he unlocks more tower levels, which he can get more friends, which he then can go to the village to help to proceed. Is that the basic flow of the game?
Yeah. About the story, it starts to like touch more on the story about the game, like the whole mystery and adventure, on chapter 2. Right now, we're going to like. It's a big game. Like we're going to be playing only chapter 1, and chapter 1 lasts like around 1 to 2 hours. Just chapter 1, and there's 5 chapters. So yeah,
this demo contains the whole chapter 1, right? People can play it on
whole
Steam
chapter
for
1.
free.
Yeah, you can play the first chapter completely free, and you can get now the full game since
Only
last
after
Tuesday.
the stream. Only after the stream, everybody. Don't go rush. You can
Only after.
download it. Yes. Download it.
Exactly.
But play it only after.
Yeah. You have to stick around.
Yeah, this is another use of the magnifying glass. These fairies, they amplify the light. So could I theoretically pass this puzzle without the magnifying glass?
Yeah, technically, it's not necessarily for some puzzles to use the magnifying glass. Like I personally, I go around without it because I like to make my life like harder. So I like go around in the dark. It's more fun to me. However, yeah, in all the puzzles you can use the magnifying glass, but some of them are like necessary to use the magnifying glass, but some others is just like a little help, like this one.
Yeah, like if I'm good at reacting to what path comes in my way, I can skip the magnifying glass. Otherwise, I can see the whole path before me, which is a nice choice that you give players to. And there's these fireflies that increase the vision range, which is also cool.
Wes can fall off the cliff here if you want to try it after you get the apple. You don't die. Actually, we use it if you want to speedrun the game. Like, if you get into the... Yeah.
Wow, this is a very neat shortcut. Is there death in this game? I don't see any HP counter, any life counter, since there's no combat. Or all the instances where you lose just teleport you to the beginning of the level?
Yeah, you cannot die. Like, it's not a combat game, like, you're alright. So yeah, we use it as a quick mechanism if we want to go back. We just throw ourselves to the cliff.
It's a very family-friendly cult we have going on here.
Yeah. It's like magic. We just, poof, we appear where we're supposed to be and that's it. But no, you cannot die. You don't get a game over.
A PG-13 cult that just takes you to the beginning of the level. That's nice. I rescued more villages right now. I got a bundle, a 3 for 1, which was a very good deal on that apple that I got going on there. Now here comes my fairy farm. So, very important question. Was the tower already there before the cult came? Or how did that happen?
I cannot tell you. It's a spoiler.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a spoiler.
Because when I go into the town, I'm like, oh, there's this big, huge tower with like, I don't know how many floors that the cultists use to lock people in. And I'm like, who built the tower? Was it there before? Why did it, if there was nobody there at the time? But I guess you have to play the game to figure it out, because that question was already answered.
If you see like the intro cutscene that we saw, the tower appears out of nowhere. Like it was not there, but it emerged from the ground. Like if this tower had been already before, I cannot tell you, but in the intro cutscene you can see that it appears like it like grows from the ground. Whoa. So yeah, it was not supposed to be there, and everybody's like, yeah, the tower, like it was not supposed to be there.
I imagined it wasn't supposed to be there because the architecture is very different from the city. Unless they commissioned it to a different architect than the rest of the buildings, it made sense. This is my
exactly.
Oh, is this an elevator?
Yeah. For for now it's like, oh, the elevator, but I promise that when you are like 20 floors in, you're going to love the elevator. We once had to do a playtesting. I had to do a playtesting, and for some reason I was playing a version of the game that the elevator didn't work. That was
Oh
like
no.
a year ago.
Does in
And I was
maintenance.
I was on stream, and it was so hard to go all the way to the stairs to all the floors, and everybody was saying like, okay, like Wes needs to do some cardio anyway. So like, but it was so annoying.
I imagine you going like 20 floors upstairs, just pressing S button and trying to keep the stream entertained. Mustn't have been easy, right?
No, it was horrible, but that's something that made us appreciate the elevator more because I didn't really use it. And people on stream were like, use the elevator, and I was like, no, I'll take the stairs until I didn't have any choice. And I was like, we're going to do cardio. Like, poor little Wes was like, oh, please stop my pain.
I imagine
Also,
so.
if you want to do something cool, with F, you can roll and you can go faster.
I'm never walking again.
Yeah,
Okay.
I pretty much do that all the time.
So now I need to find fish, which is from one of the little pigs, but it's not this one. It's not this one either, I think.
You need to catch it, and Earl the owl can help you with that.
Oh, the owl. So I need to find, but do I need to speak with this one first? No.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, they're starving. Yes, I can give you 5. What? Okay, I need
with
to
space.
drag it. Okay. I was just joking with him. No, I won't give you any of the blueberries. There you go. So, what platforms is the game available since it's already released?
Sorry?
What platforms is the game available at?
Oh.
Since it's released, and if it's coming in any new platform?
Oh, it just came out all at once on Steam, and Nintendo Switch, and
Nice.
Xbox One, and Series.
Wow,
Access.
that's all the platforms.
Yeah, we only needed PlayStation.
Yeah.
But for now, we have those.
Is there plans for a PlayStation release?
For now, we're thinking about it. We also wanted to put it on mobile. So the plan is there to put it in PlayStation. We have to see if it will be convenient. But we are thinking that maybe mobile could be more precise. Maybe people will be more interested after the first, like what we are seeing on the first week of sales. But yeah, for now, we have all these options. And people really seem to be really interested in the game, especially Nintendo Switch. So yeah.
I'd see these work really well with in playing in a tablet.
Yeah.
But
it's more comfortable.
But it's a very curious choice to pursue mobile before PlayStation. Is it because of the type of players that play mobile are more casual players and might be interested in this kind of game as opposed to PlayStation 5 players who might be more hardcore players who want more a game with more action or more combat focus?
Exactly. That's the main reason. We think it will be like to reach out players that may like more the game. It will be a better option on mobile. Still, that's something like we just released the game, so we're still like thinking about it and working on it. But yeah, for now we realize that like our public more can be like people who are more like casual players.
Yes, that seems like a very, very well thought out choice. Actually, will the game convert well to mobile since it's very open? It has a good ratio of stuff happening on the screen. Aren't you scared it might feel small in some devices, or are you just making very good adjustments to prevent that?
We will have to figure it out. We really haven't tried it. Like, or at least what I'm aware, we haven't tried it. However, I think it can adjust well. Like, it did work on Nintendo Switch. And yeah, of course, now that screens are bigger, it should look good. I think it's going to be needing like requirements. Like, you need at least this type of phone to run it. Because it's a game really big. Like it started to being like small, but now the game is like 10 hours long, and it has like a lot of things. So yeah, we'll have to see if that can happen, of course.
Which should be one of the mobile industry is evolving a lot faster than much people anticipated. Like who could say 5 years ago that we would have full-fledged PC and console games running promptly on mobile? And I don't recall if there are many games with like 10 hours of story content which aren't like a grind focused or MMOs or multiplayer. So I think this should be a very good opening in the industry for you, which is a very nice pursuit that you got there. So you
Thank you,
mentioned
thank you.
you mentioned the game, the Kickstarter. Can you tell us about? Is it the first Kickstarter that you were involved into?
Yeah, pretty much we started the Kickstarter on 2020 and around September, like August, September. And we had like this whole idea, little demo, and we had a goal. And we reached the goal in less than 24 hours, so that was like pretty mind blowing. And you have like on Kickstarter like a month to get like the money you're asking. So we had 29 days left. So we were like, okay, we reached this goal. We're going to get merch. We reach it, so we have merch. Okay, we animated cutscenes. Okay, we reach it. Now we have that. So yeah, that happened 4 times. I don't remember exactly all the rewards, but yeah, pretty much that happened. And we are really happy that we could actually finally release the game. It got delayed once because, like a game developer, like you should like all we know that we start with an idea and then we start adding more and more and more. Like it should be cool. They had this and that and that, and then polish and polish and polish. That is never enough. So it got delayed a year, but it's finally here and it's doing well. We're really happy with the results.
So and yeah, then the results are amazing, which leads me to question: how much of the game was done at the launch of the Kickstarter?
How much of the game?
Yeah, if there was only a prototype, or if it was just a concept, or if there was already parts of the game developed.
Pretty much the whole game was made by the Kickstarter. Like we only had the concept and a little demo, and with all the money of the Kickstarter, we managed to make the game. Yeah,
Oh, okay, that's
that
amazing.
and
'Cause-
sales. Yeah,
Sorry. I was saying because there are some Kickstarters which already have like a playable demo, or some Kickstarters already have most of the game developed and just want to help publish. And it's very cool to see that you actually turn your concept into a fully fledged game based on the expectations that people and the trust that people put into your project. Must have felt pretty nice.
yeah, exactly. That was pretty heartwarming. A lot of pressure, but it went
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, and is the community being very, very acceptable of the final product?
Yeah, like all the things that happened, there were like some bugs that we reported, and we're working on it. We already like launched the first patch for Xbox and Nintendo Switch. Like on Steam is good. Like they are really sweet, and we have a Discord, and they tell us like, hey, I found this bug, and one of my jobs is to go around on Discord looking for this and report it to the team. And yeah, of course, on the porting side of Nintendo Switch and Xbox, it's harder because on Steam you can update the game immediately, and on Nintendo Switch and Xbox you have to go through a certification process. So we just like launch a patch that fixed a lot of stuff, but now we have like after the first week of sales, a lot of people reported, especially 2 bugs that they are not in the Steam version. It's only on the Nintendo Switch version. So we have to wait like a week until this new patch can come up. So that's like the frustrating part. But yeah, it has some bugs, but they are already on the works and fixed. And they have been like really nice about it.
Yeah, but if people are nitpicking about small bugs, it means the final product is very solid.
Yeah, like the main stuff maybe is like it's super weird, that really weird bug that doesn't even happen here, I think. That in a puzzle it doesn't give you the item. For some weird reason it gives you a coin. And that happened just to a few people, but it happened. So we already fixed it and we like reported like, hey, like you should wait. If you didn't restart the game and you already saved it, like you should wait until the new bug like patch fix. But around that, like on Steam, is perfectly fine already. We have like, yeah, it's pretty stable. We can fix it all the time we want. But yeah,
Yeah, and you can
It's-
use Steam as a platform to test the bug fixes too
yeah.
before you release them. There's a question in the audience, which is, what is the size of the team behind the game?
What is the sorry? What
The size of the team.
the size? We are around 8 people on the team. We have had people like
Wow.
eight. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are a very small team. We have people that have come and gone and stuff. But yeah, we are a very small team from Mexico, and we managed to make this really big game.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like 10 hours of content with this amazing artwork with all the frame drawn cutscenes. Wow, that's how long did it take? You mentioned 2020 and it was released last week, right? So 2 years.
Almost 3 years, yeah, 2.5.
Yeah, but it's a very solid final product. It's, I think nobody can say no to that. Let me get this right. Focusing on too much stuff at the same. Oh, come on, good. Yes.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
Yeah, I'm doing my best, which I hope should be enough. So I need to focus. Where should I bring this laser beam? And is there multiple variations of the same puzzles? For example, am I going to find this laser puzzle multiple times, or all the puzzles are going to be somewhat unique?
All are going to be unique. Like there may be like a little bit of hints later in the game, but all the puzzles you're going to meet are like different, like their own representative of the villagers we are rescuing.
Wow. So 10 hours of content with all the puzzles being unique, that makes for a lot of replayability and a lot of variability. Did you have like a dedicated level designer just for the puzzles?
Yeah, we had some. One is José María. Yeah, completely dedicated to that. There were some puzzles who were like scrapped, others that were added. We even had like a goal on Kickstarter that if you paid for us like a certain quantity of money, you could make like your own puzzle and it will be implemented in the game.
Oh, cool. How many of those are there in the game?
I think 3. I don't remember exactly, but I think there's 3. You almost have it. You almost have it. You already have one.
I was trying to. I have the fish, and I need to. Oh, okay. I got it. I need to light up all the
Hit
3 drawings.
the eyes.
Right?
You only
Okay.
have to light the eyes. So you pretty
Yeah.
much have already one. You have to make the laser go through there too.
Do these 2?
Yeah. Use the other mirror, like put
Yeah,
it down
probably. Yeah.
and put it like up.
If it's not letting me go up. I don't know if.
You have to go down and push it up.
Oh, okay. I thought I didn't make the cardio that you did on the other game, so I can't push sideways.
Yeah, you can. And now you have to do the exact same thing in this part of the game.
Yeah. So maybe I need to. So I can only push it on the colored tile. So I need to probably go first to this one and send it to the other. Whoop. This is so
You're
cool.
doing good.
So now that I know I can grab it correctly. Oh, close.
Almost.
It is. Dun, 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 dun. So now, there it goes.
And there you have it.
I got my, what's the next item for the cat? Of course. Because it would be that.
Yeah. You always get something that is representative of the next villager. And you can sometimes get one villager, 2, 3, maybe more. Like a surprise, like Kinder, like the little egg.
Let's see if the cat comes with a whole litter. Oh, they're so cute. The two little cat ladies. Katniss.
Katniss.
Was it also named before the book trilogy came out?
No, but of course Katniss is because a cat, but it's the name of the cat of my boss and his wife. Katniss. They had a
Okay.
cat that was called like that. Also, like one of the characters is named after my dog, Rita, the little like pig, like blue pig that you saw is named after my dog. There are like little hints like that. There's a badger that its name is Mushroom. If you remember that famous like animation video of 2010, that is a badger singing like a song about mushrooms.
Oh,
And
okay.
there's a beaver called Justin. Yeah, we like to make fun.
It's Justin the Beaver. Okay, I haven't taken this language degree in college, so I guess I need to figure out something else.
That's the Lonesome Village. You cannot solve it right away. We have like a book where there's like an alphabet so you can decipher what it says. It's in a original language. It's not Latin or anything.
But is it also like readable, or you just drop random characters?
No, it says something.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's not
Right.
important to solve the puzzle. It's like for the lore and like, fun. But yeah, you can solve the puzzle without knowing it. But yeah, it said something.
Okay, so you also created the whole language.
Not me, but yeah, the
Yeah,
team
you
also created like their own language.
Wow, so that's a lot of effort. It just shows how much passion there was for this project, because at some point, some teams or some devs would call it a day and said, "This is good enough. We already have it kickstarted. We already got the money. We can go on to the next project." But you went the extra mile and added all these little details. Was it something the whole team was passionate about, or it just was a push from somebody that managed to convince everybody else?
No, while doing the game, we had all these ideas, and like people liked it, and they stuck with it. Like I said, like I'm the PR, I'm the production assistant, but I was like one of the main ones who were like, we really need to add dialogues, and that was not my job, but I was like, let me try to do it myself. Like I had like a class of this, I can do it, and my boss let me do it. So we in the team, we are a very small team, and we all made like different things. Like like get it? Like we all did more stuff, and we all added like we were so passionate about it that we all added something to the game, even if it wasn't our job. So if somebody had
Oh.
an idea and we liked it, we added it.
Well, that's super cool. You're like, I want us to have dialogues, even if I have to make them myself. And there was
Yeah.
everybody was like this.
Yeah, they were like, go do it, Sarah. Like, go do it. I was like, fine, I'll do it. And my boss liked it. And they stuck. Like, yeah, after we did the beta testing or everything, like, people were like, yeah, this works better. Like, now I understand what they're trying to say to me. So that was cool. The music was also made orchestrated by sorry, I don't know, sometimes my tongue goes
Opposed,
all around.
yes.
Yeah, like the music in the game that you're listening is completely live by an orchestra. We had like a little orchestra in Mexico that we like got, and we recorded the music, so everything that you're listening to is like real music with real like
Oh, so
instruments.
at some point there was a play that you could attend that had all the soundtrack for your game. Was it
Yeah,
like
the
a team event? You all gathered to listen to it, or it was you just got the music files and will listen to it?
we have someone called Majo Felix that she was the one in charge of making the music, but the music was made like synthesized, like with fictional
Yes.
instruments. But we decided that we really wanted the orchestra music, so we all worked like remotely. So we all decided to go to a place in Mexico. And with her, she came all the way from Seattle,
Wow.
and we went to record the music together.
And how big of a difference it was from the synthesized one?
It feels different. Like it sounds the same for some people, but you can tell, you know, like you can totally tell that it's real music. When you listen to synthesized music and a real orchestra, you can tell. Even if it does sound similar, you can tell like what a real like violin sounds like. It sounds different. So yeah, it feels like more alive, I think.
Yeah, I think this just adds to what I've said multiple times already about the game. The whole thing that comes up to me is you went the extra mile. You already had the synthesized soundtrack, but you thought our users would benefit a lot from the orchestra. We can do this. We can get a whole orchestra there. We can have the composer come and let's do something that increases, even if by a tiny bit. And it's amazing. It just shows what the product became, and you can certainly tell it's a passion project for a lot of the team. Is there a there's people in the chat saying now we need to see the dog.
Yeah, we have like an old version.
No, I think it was the dog that came through the camera before on the stream. I think they might be referencing your dog, but there's
Oh,
another. Yeah, but he might not be there.
okay. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, I can sure. Okay.
But there's also another question, which is there a roadmap for this game, or did the team already move on to the next project?
Right now we are focusing on like polishing the game, like the bugs that they're reporting. I'm not sure if we're going to continue with more content for the game. We'll have to see what is the receive of the game. It's just our first week, so we have to check it out. For now, we're focusing on that, but we're already moving on to another project that we're already working on it. I cannot say anything, but like we already have like a demo and everything. It's completely different from this game. But yeah, the thing is that this game was already done for a long time, but we spent like a year polishing it. So for a while we had like all this other idea that hopefully you can see in the future. And I don't know, maybe we can send it to IndieX. I will be totally stoked. I think you will like it. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm already waiting for it, and it's still a year to go. So get that demo built with spelling mistakes because I like them, if
No,
possible.
they will be fixed, I swear.
So
We'll send you the demo fixed.
so yeah, I don't think I'll have time for to finish the next puzzle completely. We just saw that Wolf kind of cheat and change the requirements for that room just for himself. But I'll leave the rest of the demo for the viewers. Is there many extra content in the demo that a player would still see after this?
Sorry, can you repeat that? I was like reading the comment that they want to see my dog right now that I just seen right now. I cannot bring my dog because it's a really big dog. But yeah, can you repeat your question?
It's like you developed the whole game and the audience wants to see your dog. But the question was, how much content is still there left in the demo other from what we've seen?
Oh, how much content there is? Yeah, you pretty much haven't even like finished the tutorial. Like yeah, like there's a lot of content. Some people go faster than others. Like my sister is like messaging me, like, "Oh, I'm going to finish the game," and I'm like, "Yeah, you have been playing it for a week without non-stop. Like, what do you expect?" Yeah, but like, yeah, it's going to end somehow. Yeah. She lives in Spain, so she's like at 3 in the morning, like, I'm going to finish it now. Like, yeah, you have been playing for a while. That happens when you play a game for too much. You end up finishing it. So,
Exactly.
like,
If you
so
want a
yeah,
never-ending game, go play like a roguelike or something.
yeah, yeah. So it's around like 8 to 10 hours to play. Some people play it faster. Some others like take more time. And yeah, it's a lot of content, and also by the price the game has. It's only 19.99 bucks on consoles, and I think it's cheaper on Steam, way cheaper. It's a lot of content actually. So
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure. It comes from it already being kind of paid by the Kickstarter users, right? It accommodates a bit for the costs, which
yeah,
is good. Uh,
exactly. So
when we have time for a last final set of questions, I have only two. The first one is we had some developers that self-published, some that got a publisher, and now here's a game that started through Kickstarter. Do you have do you have any tips for any developers that want to start a game through Kickstarter?
yeah, you have to be really prepared. Um, because some people say like, oh, a campaign. No, you have to prepare like a whole plan to the campaign, like all the stuff you're going to give to the backers if they give money to you. Because when you're talking about money, you have to like be sure about some stuff, and you have to have a plan, you have to have a demo and the pitch to be really like quickly to see seen and pretty, and that you get it fast. And yeah, like have a lot of visuals so that people can be interested in the game. So if you plan really good your Kickstarter campaign, like you have a lot of pictures and everything is like really settled, like this is the game and we want it to be this way, and like if you are like very assertive of what do you want, it's more likely that people are going to donate to you. Either if you are like, oh, we have this idea, but we're not sure, like you have to be really like certain what do you want.
Exactly. You have to believe not only in yourself but in the idea that you're trying to pitch to the backers.
Yeah. I got a picture of my dogs here. I was looking for it because I really wanted to see it. I don't know if you
Okay.
can see it too, but
I can, yes.
it's a black Sharpei. So it's
Oh,
a really big dog.
we
It's
now
nothing it
realize.
has yeah, it has nothing to do with the little pig that you see. Nothing, but like I had the chance to name it and I was like, Rita, it will be her name. And
We now
that's it.
realize why you can't just carry her into the camera.
Yeah, she's 24 kilograms. Like, no, she's really heavy. I cannot bring her here.
Yeah. So I don't know if I have any any final things that you want to say to the viewers. Other than that, I want to thank you a lot, Sarah, for joining us. Thanks for submitting this amazing game in Kickstarter, and I hope
Well,
we'll see you next year with that promising demo that you told us about.
of course, I hope we see each other again. I just wanted to say thank you for having me, for like choosing our game. You can get the game on Steam, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox. And yeah, I hope you have fun. And thanks again for having me. Like, I have a really fun time.
Yeah, it was super fun. Thanks again. Muchas gracias. And let's see you in the awarding ceremony.
Vale, gracias. Bye.
Bye, everyone.